Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our third Faith and Fun Beatitudes activity. I'm so glad that you're here today. And we have been doing this Beatitudes this will be our third month. And we are filling out our hamburger of happiness, right? So we've already done the bottom bun and the cheese. And today we are working on the tomato. So we are just building up this hamburger as we go. So we've already gone through mourning, right? Mourning over sin and God brings us comfort. We've already talked about being poor in spirit and that because of that, we will inherit the kingdom of God. Well, today we will talk about the beatitude that says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." It's kind of a strange thing thinking that a meek person, do you know what meek means? Meek means timid and weak. How can a timid and weak person inherit the earth? Well, we will find out, all right? So let's go ahead and read the Beatitudes, all right? I have it written down right here. And it is from the Bible, and it's from the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 5, right? And it comes from his Sermon on the Mount. Now, when Jesus saw the crowds, he went up on a mountainside and sat down. His disciples came to him, and he began to teach them. He said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." All right? Now that's a lot, right? And these are lessons that Jesus gave us on how to be better so that we can get into the kingdom of God. Now, it's not like the Ten Commandments that are very straightforward. You know, honor thy mother, honor thy father, do not steal, things like that. These are kind of stories that you have to look at a little bit more and interpret. Jesus was really good at telling us stories and kind of taking an interpretation of it, right? So today we are talking about blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Like I said, today's definition of meek in today's world is weak, opposite of strong, right? You're very timid if you're meek. Well, in Jesus's day, meek meant a little bit different. It meant to be humble, and to control your strength, right? And so servants or people under other masters or kings, they had to be humble and they also had to control their strength. If a master said to a servant, "Go do this," and the servant, they would control their strength and do what their master asked them. We do that all the time, right? Don't you do that with your parents? They ask you to do something and you humbly go and do it. You are good to your sister and brothers. You're good to your parents. You are also good for God, good to God, right? God is telling us what to do all the time, and we are doing the right thing. That is being meek, all right? Now, the best example of a person that was meek is Jesus, right? He was born as a servant. He wasn't born as a king. Think of all that power. He could do anything in the universe he wanted. He had all that power because he was God. He was the Son of God. So instead of being this almighty king, he came in as a servant and he controlled that power, that strength that he had, and he put it to the side, and he instead emptied himself of all that power so that he could rescue us, right? He died for us so that we could be forgiven for the original sin and that we can go to heaven. So he was so willing to save us, and he was able to save us. So think of that as being meek. So we will go ahead and do our activity and talk about the hamburger of happiness, all right? You should have received in the family kit just a small envelope that's marked Faith and Fun, 3rd through 5th, and Beatitudes. And just 2 things are in there. There's a red piece of paper, which represents the tomato, and the white strip with the arrow on it. You should have at home your hamburger of happiness sheet, right? And we'll be doing this one. You should have some scissors and a pen or a pencil. I'm using a Sharpie, and your glue stick. I sent you a glue stick in your first bag on the first month, all right? So go ahead and take your tomato, and we're gonna go ahead and cut it out. I'm gonna do it with you today. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Really easy to do. Take some concentration to cut, all right? You don't have to be perfect. It's okay if the black line shows. All right. Just like that. Looks like a tomato. Tomatoes are easy to do. The cheese was a little bit harder. Okay, so you take the tomato, you take your glue stick. Ooh, there we go. And you glue the tomato, get the glue all over there. There we go. Glue that to your red outline right above the cheese, all right? And mine is. Okay, now we're going to take our little piece of paper and we're going to write on one side, meek, and I'm going to hold up a piece of paper so you can see exactly. So on one side you write meek, and on the other side you write inherit the earth. Okay, and if you need more time to write it, just go ahead and hit pause right now until you're finished. And then when you're done, go ahead and hit play again, all right? So we will take, I've already done it. We'll take our piece of paper and we will, all my stuff here, and we will glue this piece of paper down right on top of the tomato. It fits on the paper quite nicely. There we go. So now you have the bottom 3. Next month, we'll be working on the hamburger, and we actually have 2 Beatitudes to do in January. That'll be fun to do. Just closing up my glue stick here. So remember, especially in this time, use your humbleness to show how great you are, right? This season of Christmas, you're already doing this. You're already being good kids because you know Christmas is coming, but do it all the time. When your parents ask you to do something, just go ahead and do it. Be nice to your brothers and sisters. Be nice to your teachers. Be nice to all the kids in your classroom, right? And so use your meekness. And when you do, God recognizes that. And in the end, he will reward you with the ability to get into heaven and inherit the kingdom of God. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful Christmas season, and I will see you in January when we work on the actual hamburger of the hamburger of happiness. I will see you guys later. Bye.